Yes, well, the economic agenda has always been, at the very top of the discussions, especially when we want to talk about various scenarios for the post-transformation world. And we're seeing now that the BRICS countries are actively growing, and the key difference between the economies of the BRICS countries and the economies of, let's say, the G20 countries or G7 countries is that the growth is ensured by active development of infrastructure, of industry, and actively growing population. So those are the physical resources, let's say, that are easy to measure, easy to define and estimate in terms of their actual value. And that means that the future probably belongs to them, because the what we can call briefly the speculative economy based on egregor value or brand value that is not always based on let's say the real physical value, sooner or later would probably be either reshaping or collapsing. And so some of the reforms suggested that we see actively being promoted, such as introduction of digital currencies, and I do not mean the blockchain-based cryptocurrencies, but I just mean the digitalization basically of financial transactions that is actively taking place. I assume it just creates additional space for manipulations with, those numbers. So when we talk about the global economy, I think it's essential to mention that the recent developments, such as the pandemic, such as economic crisis in various countries, basically led to a situation when the country level debt has been growing rapidly, and we see that the global debt is also growing in unprecedented at unprecedented pace. So that's very important to look at right now, because the current global debt is already estimated in trillions of US dollars, and the global GDP is just dragging behind. So I think that is the key point to look at, because it's quite clear that the current economic model would not be able to last for a long period of time, even with all the given attempts to kind of restart it using either reforms or events of global magnitude, such as pandemic and the current global military confrontation.